Guys, I might not be able to contain my excitement. I'm going to let you know what's happened because this might be the happiest day of my life. And this is going to be the happiest moment of my life that I've ever had. And I wanted you guys to be here with me for it, okay? So I wanted to do a live video to this because I don't know if I'm going to trust it yet or not. I guess we'll see if it's really true. Somebody told me in my live stream yesterday that my favorite fighter of all time, Michael Bisping, my absolute hero, Michael Bisping, mentioned me in his live stream. I'm going to play you guys the video of him mentioning me and saying what he thinks about me. Somebody told me that it takes place at 16 minutes and 15 seconds to 16 minutes and 59 seconds. So I'm going to watch this little portion of his live podcast. I can't wait, dude. This guy's literally my hero. I have posters of him all around my house right now. Let's go, Michael Bisping. Oh my God, dude. I can't wait to see what he has to say. Here we go. Hopefully he likes me.
Thoughts on MMA Guru's impression?
Dude, he said my name. He said the MMA Guru. And he's going to say what he thinks about my impression. If you don't know, because I'm such a huge fan of Bisping, I always do impressions of him like I do, oh my word, Rebecca, Callum, baby boy. I do all those types of impressions of him. So this is just crazy, dude. He's maybe seen the impressions. He knows what they are. And now he's going to... he's going to mention me. This is crazy. We got another 30 seconds or 40 seconds of him mentioning me. I can't wait to see what he has to say. I'm such a huge fan.
I don't know. He's just... MMA Guru's just a short, fat, little, miserable hater on everyone. And that's about it. He's just a short, fat, ugly as well. Ugly, little... disgusting person, you know what I mean? I don't know if I play to him for having a YouTube channel because I could not look at my own reflection if I look like that. I mean, he needs a shower and needs to bloody brush his teeth by the looks of him. I bet his breath stinks. And take the beanie off. Have a shower, you little scrotum. Anyway.
No. Not really how I saw the video going. But, I guess I could make do and keep going. I'm joking. I knew he roasted me brutally, and he did brutally roast me. But I'm still happy about it. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of Bisping. I remember being young, watching Bisping do his thing. One of the only UK fighters in the UFC. Been a fan. You know what I mean? I don't think he's a terrible person. I've roasted him on occasion, but that's just UK banter. Surely Bisping knows about UK banter, or has he lost some of that by living in California? Who knows? But Bisping's roasted me good and proper here. Okay? This is a classic Bisping roast. Start to finish. Dare I say he hog roasted me? Pun intended, oink oink. You know what I'm saying? Because he also called me fat in this as well. So we're going to go back through and listen to some of the roasts of Michael Bisping because he seems to not like me very much. Not at all, as you just heard. So we're going to listen back through and I'm just going to give a little bit of a breakdown on what I think about some of the insults that he chose to use about me. Okay? We're going to go back and have a little listen at what Bisping has to say.
What's on MMA Guru's impression? I don't know. He's just... MMA Guru's just a short, fat...
Oh, wow, dude. The aggression in these single word attacks that he's going for here. This is great. This is great stuff. First of all, though, I'm taller than you by multiple. You're only 6 foot. You're not even tall. You know? All right, buddy. You know what I mean? Listen here, buddy. You hang around John Anik, Joe Rogan, and Dominic Cruz on the commentary desk, and all of a sudden think you're Mr. Tall Dude. You're 6 foot. You aren't tall. I'm taller than you by multiple inches. End of discussion. Okay? Just as long as we're both okay with a bit of roasting. Seems to be that you're okay with throwing a couple insults out here and there. You're not tall. You're 6 foot. If that, I've seen a picture of you next to Ngannou, and Nate Diaz looks taller next to Ngannou than you do. You're not tall. You're barely 6 foot. That's not tall. Stop thinking you're tall because you hang around with 5'6" people. That's not how it works, buddy. Okay? Have a so stick that in your pipe and smoke it, buddy, as Bisping would say. Fucking hell, mate. I'm taller than you, but fair play, I'm a bit chubby right now, okay? And I was a bit fatter before, but I've lost some weight. You know what I mean? I've gone from, 288 to 248. from the start of this year until now. I only think I need another 10, 15 and I'll be good. But, I'm on my way. Thank you for the fat shaming. Michael Bisping, I need it because I've been slacking on my diet and I don't want to drift back up to that outside of the heavyweight limit area. I'm a big dude, okay? But thank you, Michael Bisping, for the fat shaming. I needed it. I'm taller than you, though. So I want people to save this video. Remember this video, because someday down the line, me and Bisping are going to cross paths. Now, I'm not saying Bisping should be scared. I'm just saying the meme potential there is so high to play audio of Bisping calling me short and then for me to tower above him. That would be amazing. So just keep that in mind. But we're going to keep going throughout the list of insults that Bisping has used against me. Why do they hate me so much? I'm just having a couple giggles and laughs. What's the problem here?
Little miserable hater.
First of all, I'm not miserable. Like, listen, I have my days here and there where I'm in a mood and I overthink things about life quite a bit in general, but I'm 24. I'm making a tasty career off of talking about MMA for a living, dude. Why do these guys always call me miserable? Whenever I've had a moment with these guys, they always call me a loser, miserable. I got 100k subs. You know what I'm saying? I'm making a tasty living off of talking about MMA for a living. Forget about what I'm doing with it, what I'm making from it, how many subs I've got. I get to talk about MMA for a living as an MMA superfan. From my room to a shed to now my own house at 24. None of my friends have moved out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not some loser. I'm not like hating life and just absolutely disgusting and miserable. I'm a pretty happy dude right now with my situation, okay? I reckon I got another 20, 15 pounds of fat to go and I'll be on cloud 9, mate. All right? But I'll see you when I'm there. No good talking about it now. But either way, something else I wanted to mention is that he called me a hater. I hate the word hater. There's no such thing as a hater. In rare extreme circumstances, if someone's hating on Keanu Reeves, they can be called a hater. I hate that I'm having to describe this to a 40-year-old. That's the worst part about this, because I'm only 24. But I'm describing this to a 40-year-old. So listen up, Bisping. I'm about to break down a concept for you. There's no such thing really as a hater. In very rare circumstances, like I said with Keanu Reeves, there might be. People are going to hate you. It's how the world is, dude. People are different. It's not just people who don't like you are haters and just trash everybody, which he's going to go on to say further on in this clip as well. There's no such... People hate me. Rightfully so, there's things to hate. You know what I'm saying? I'm very lucky that I found a small niche of people that do like me. Well, that also don't like me, but can tolerate me enough to have a little bit of an audience. People who don't like you and have criticisms of you, which, by the way, as far as I'm concerned, other than calling him a Cyclops now and again, I've only really done impressions of him and said that he's a terrible commentator and maybe like the worst champion in UFC history outside of Matt Serra, male champion that is, which is kind of true. So I'm just giving statistical information here and doing my job as an MMA analyst to break things down and answer questions. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as a hater, dude. People are going to critique you. People aren't going to like you. That's how the world works. People who don't like me, although they're not haters, really. You know what I mean? They're just people who don't like me because they don't have to like me. And that's how the world is. But I'm just a hater. A miserable hater to Bisping.
On everyone.
On everyone. Not on everyone. Not on Jamal Hill. Not Charles Oliveira. Not these other guys. I have people in the industry that I like. People that I back up. People that I support, commentators I like. You know what I mean? There are people in this industry that are beloved by people, and I am one of those people that like those people. It's not everyone, mate. Like, you can be wrong, Bisping. You can be bad at things. Just because someone doesn't like you, it can't be that they're just wrong and they must dislike everyone. You're allowed to have negative aspects about yourself, and people are allowed to not like you. Now, I know this might sound like I'm lecturing a 12-year-old, but no, Bisping is 40. Come back to the UK, brother, okay? We're missing you here. You've gone soft out there in those wild lands of California, okay? We don't need you out in LA, all right? It's like you've moved to Brighton. What happened to you, mate? Come back to us in the UK, brother. Shouldn't be getting this emotional about me, man. And I'm making my content. I'm getting my content out of it. But still, come on, dude. Can't be that deep. Only a couple insults, couple impressions. California's changed him, man. Goes to California, gets veneers, changes his accent. What next?
And that's about it. He's just a short, fat, ugly as well.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at the face on him as well. He don't like me. This is his mind has been made up. Okay? His mind has been made up. It's all good. Calls me short. I'm not. I'm taller than you. Calls me fat. Fair play. I've got extra 10, 15 pounds to go. Calls me ugly. I'll never be insulted by ugly. I think I'm a handsome Chad. Okay? Now, fair enough, I could neaten up a bit, lose some body fat. I get it. Everyone's on their same journey of improvement, especially at a young age. I don't think I'm that bad. Okay? You're describing Harrington. Like Harrington, Mike Harrington. I hope you know this is how he feels about you. Because he's describing you. Sure, I don't mean to rip into Harrington here, but he has gone after me before. But I'm not trying to, insult the homeless. Respect to your struggle and what you're going through and stuff. Like, America's got a problem with that right now, and they need to clear those tents out the street. I'm sorry about your current situation and stuff, Harrington. But he's describing you here, Bisping is. So I hope you know, Harrington. Next time you're hanging around Bisping, you know how he feels. Yeah, I mean, he's going to go on to describe something that sounds like you a bit more. Okay?
Ugly, little, disgusting person.
I'm a disgusting person? What? This is real anger. I'm a disgusting person for saying that his commentary's not good and doing a couple impressions. I'm just having a bit of friendly banter, mate. A little bit of trash talk online. You've never trash talked for the purpose of entertainment? Am I really going to have to lecture Michael Bisping on the idea of not being a terrible person by causing a bit of ruckus for entertainment? Is that what I'm doing right now? Michael Bisping, who built his entire career. And people say, oh, he beat Rockhold on short notice. Let's be real. If Bisping wasn't a trash talker, he would be the guy who already got beat by Rockhold. Why would we want to see him fight? Because they knew he would sell it. You're the guy who's directly benefited from trashing people for entertainment and for your own personal gain. Now I've got to describe why that's... My fucking earphone just ripped out. Now I've got to describe... Now I'm so raging about this. Now I've got to describe why that's something that can be done and doesn't make you a disgusting person to you, Bisping? You're the king of this. Now you got a problem with it? Interesting. We continue further on.
You know what I mean? If I play to him for having a YouTube channel, because I could not look at my own reflection if I looked like that. I mean,
Jesus Christ. Listen, man, I'm not Luke Rockhold, but I'm not Raul Rosas Jr. over here. Come on, I'm symmetrical. You know what I mean? I've got the eyes, the nose. The facial hair could be trimmed up. The hair could be trimmed up. I have a big head. I don't suit a fucking nice short buzz cut, okay? It is what it is. We've got to make our sacrifices in life. Okay? I don't think I'm that ugly, dude. I swear to God, I don't get the ugly thing. Whenever I look in the mirror, I see a handsome Chad. Maybe that's what everyone should think about themselves. But either way. Oh well, Bisping calls me ugly.
Needs a shower.
Needs a shower, okay?
Needs to bloody brush his teeth by the look.
To brush his teeth. This is an interesting one.
I bet his breath stinks.
Needs to brush his teeth by the looks of him. I bet his breath stinks. I have a nice pearly white smile of straight teeth. Okay? I have good teeth. They're straight, they're white. I'm not saying, before I get cancelled, that being straight and white means good. But for teeth, it kind of does. Okay? I don't want to get on the side of the wrong crowd here, because I know I'm going to be reaching out to some other communities outside of my own a bit, maybe. But I think that in terms of teeth, it's good to be straight and white. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. Not mean to ruffle any feathers. But I'm not taking teeth insult. I have the best teeth in the UK. Now, I know that that's like saying I'm the least obese man in the US. You know what I mean? It's not really an accomplishment because of the sample size. UK's not known for their dental prowess. But I've got a pearly white grin of straight teeth. It's a good grin of teeth. It's a good smile. You've got veneers, buddy. Disqualification. You're out of the race. How about that? You can't be calling me out for my 100-meter sprint in a wheelchair, mate. You can't be calling out for my smile when you've got veneers. You paid 50 grand for your teeth. I paid enough for toothpaste for life, okay? You can't be doing that. No one's allowed to critique teeth because yours were little Gollum-looking things, weren't they, mate, before you got your veneers? Buddy. I'm not taking teeth insults from a man who paid 50k for his. Fuck off. We move on.
Thanks. And take the beanie off. Have a shower, you little scrotum.
No, the beanie is off, but I could. I do look like I could use a shower, but I think it gives me a friendly look. I know.
Anyway, thoughts on Lucas Tracy content. No idea who Lucas Tracy is, but...
Based. Actually, you know what? I might end this video right here. You know what, Bisping? Absolute G. I take back everything. You're right in everything you say. Forget that I'm basically 6'3" after a long night's sleep. I'm sure. I mean, everything you said was right. I can't believe how ultimately based you are to not know who Lucas Tracy MMA is. I'm joking, Lucas Tracy. Little shout out to you here. Didn't need to include it, but good job to him. He's another guy doing his thing.
On Lucas Tracy content. No idea who Lucas Tracy is, but...
Based. Undefeated Bisping. What a 10-8 right there, dude. I'm on his team. We move on to 1725 for more slander against my name.
I'm going to get dinner out. Don't hate on him, Mike. He's in a wheelchair.
I don't think he's laughing about learning that I'm in a wheelchair, but I'm not in a wheelchair. I don't think he's laughing about finding that out, even though it's not true. I think he just knows about the meme by now, because I bet you he's seen the 100k video I did. A lot of people probably did in the scene. He's just laughing at the meme of it, I imagine. So I'm not going to pin him and throw him under the bus for that one. I'm sure he's laughing for a different reason.
I'm not hating on him. He's the one hating on me. He hates on everyone. It's just...
I don't hate on everyone.
Negativity. Pure negativity out of that short, fat, little, miserable bastard's mouth.
I'm taller than you, dude. And a Chad. You can't bring me down, dude. I'm going to have confidence. Okay? Just negativity. Just hating on everyone. I'm not hating on everyone. I do have things to say about people, but I have nice things to say about people. We root for people on this channel. We do prayer videos for our favorite fighters. All of this. Someone's not a hater because they don't like everyone. This is the problem. You don't like Conor McGregor. Are you a hater? No. Because you personally don't like him. Oh, so you're not a hater then. You have problems with so many people because there are valid reasons to have problems with them. Jake Paul, Conor McGregor, you don't like these people. You're not a hater for that, are you? I don't think your commentary is all that good. I think you waffle a lot. I don't like when you go between everything you say on commentary. Yeah, he's throwing the right punches and he's doing the right things with his footwork. I don't like that in my ear non-stop when listening to commentary. Simple as that. That's a critique. It's a fair critique. And your voice is kind of funny. I'm allowed to have that. That doesn't make me a hater. There is no such thing as a hater, except for very rare circumstances. You aren't allowed to be liked by everyone. That's the rule of Earth. Get with it or get lost. Okay? Because Moon's got spaces, mate. And I didn't even mean to play that, but right as he finishes that question, he does that annoying little thing. Probably because of the veneers. Probably because of a shattered nose.
Mouth. All right.
Oh, that annoying little noise he does every 5 seconds. Am I a hater for that? Or does that kind of annoy anyone else? I like Bisping. I think he's cool. This was a fun moment. I watched it over and over and over again. Him roasting me, chuckling to myself. You know what I mean? It was just a fun thing that I was watching throughout the day. It was like an I made it moment. So I like the insults. But like, Bisping says I'm a disgraceful person, a disgusting person, pathetic. I'd love to see what he thought about John Jones when he got arrested for domestic violence.
And I'm sure John did that. And I'm not here to shit on John Jones. I have tremendous respect for his accomplishments inside the octagon, and most of the time when I've spoken to John, my interactions have been fantastic. I saw him just recently in Vegas, and we stopped and we shared a picture and we had a laugh and we spoke for a few minutes, and I wish him all the best. He's a good person, but he's just making some bad choices.
Sorry, I'm supposed to take moral criticisms from this guy? The guy who thinks Jon Jones is a good person that just made some mistakes. You're a bitch, dude. And this is where the serious part of the video comes from. I hate this shit, man. You'd walk past Jon Jones, give him a handshake, give him a hug, because he said nothing to you. Stop acting like a moral superiority. Ariel does this as well. Ariel isn't insulting me by going after Jamal Hill. You know what I mean? So it's not like I have a horse in that race. You know what I mean? I'm just defending my boy Jamal Hill here because Ariel's a snake worm, and I know it, and I found an example of that. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to make a fucking deal out of it, because it deserves to be made a deal out of. I hate these people who are just like, they act like they're against people being bad, but no, they're not. They're only against people being bad to them. And they act like that means they're against people being bad. Jon Jones is a wife. That's what he is. Simple as that. And this is a domestic battery arrest situation that Bisping is breaking down. And this is what he thinks about Jon Jones.
Oh, Jon did that, and I'm not here to shit on Jon Jones.
You were okay to shit on me for doing a little impression, making some jokes. I'm not here to shit on Jon Jones. He's been arrested for domestic violence. Fair play, all of the information wasn't out when Bisping first made this reaction, but I'm going to get to his reaction when all of the information came out about it. So don't worry about that. I'm not being biased here. I hate when people pull this shit. You aren't a moral good guy. You're not fighting for the morality of the world. You're a shit guy yourself by your own standards. If I'm a shit piece of trash because I trash talk people, you did that for your entire career, so you can't be up on your high horse. You Cyclops, and you can't act like I'm a bad person, and I won't take any meaning from what you think about me if you think Jon Jones is a good guy who made some mistakes after he was arrested for domestic violence. And you knew that in this video.
I have tremendous respect for his accomplishments inside the octagon. And most of the time when I've spoken to Jon, my interactions have been fantastic. I saw him just recently.
I hate this. This holds no value to me. You know how easy I can switch it on for someone? Or, you know how easy anyone can switch on being a good person in front of someone? I could be the worst person in the world, and I could switch it on for a nice conversation with one person. I hate when people use that to describe why they think someone's a good guy. Conversations are easy to seem nice in. It's probably about 5 words each. He's not going to beat you to death and then beat someone in front of you, and then that's the experience you have of him. I'm sick of people valuing one-to-one encounters that last about 30 seconds with someone to like use that and value that to say why someone's a good person. It doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? Like, Ted Bundy is a nice person for a conversation between 2 people for 30 seconds, I bet. Look who he is. You know what I mean? I hate when people do that stuff.
Recently in Vegas, and we stopped and we shared a picture and we had a laugh and we spoke for a few minutes, and I wish him all the best. He's a good person, but he's just making some bad choices.
He's a good person, but he's making some bad choices. But I'm a disgusting little scrotum of a fucking fat short, and he's a fucking disgusting body. I'm a disgusting person in your mind. This is why I don't take no value from what you say. You know what I mean? You think Jon Jones is a nice guy who's made some bad mistakes and some bad choices. And I'm disgusting because I cracked a couple jokes on a live stream and made a video as to why I don't like your commentary. Yeah, I mean, like, this is all you need to know. Like, I don't care about what Bisping thinks about me. I care what my parents think about me and my close friends think about me. I don't care, dude. Yeah, I mean, thank you for the video in it, but you don't. I hate when people do this high horse shit of calling me a bad person. I ain't done nothing wrong in my life other than talk a bit of trash. That's it, dude. But you let people slide for way worse as long as they don't do anything to you. Little worm. Hate when people pull that move.
And I don't know the story. Now, of course, the charge is domestic battery, right?
Yes.
So you know it's domestic battery, but you know, I don't want to kick him while he's down.
Yes, so that alludes to, unfortunately, maybe assault on a woman. I will say this, we don't know the details, but a man, certainly a man like Jon Jones, a large man, and who's also one of the greatest of all time, if not the GOAT of mixed martial arts.
Mr. Against Steroids, because Jones has been nice to him in person, still considers Jones the GOAT despite multiple failed roid tests. Another sign of his hypocrisy. But thank God he's finally giving a little statement to say that Jones is a bad person.
has absolutely no place hitting a woman. Okay?
Absolutely no place hitting a woman. Thank God you said something like that. Of course, Jones is a good guy who made some bad choices, even though you knew it was a domestic battery charge. But I'm terrible, disgusting, pathetic as a human, aren't I? But not Jones. He's a good guy and made some mistakes.
Called, and it's...
This is after he found out about the information, and he actually listens to the police audio on this video that he had here.
There's no other word for it. It's fucking disgusting. And I'm
finally a little bit of something here.
Massively against all of that. Obviously, I don't need to explain that. I don't need to get on my high horse and say I'm against people hitting women. Of course, that goes without saying.
Yep.
And now we know this. It's even worse. And but I didn't want to, be a guy to come in and kick John Jones while he's down. I don't like doing that. But this is clearly going to do the rounds everywhere. So me playing this is not a world fucking exclusive.
He didn't want to be a guy to kick John Jones while he was down to do this video listening to the police audio. But this is going to be around the world anyway, so there's no harm in me doing this. You're worried about harming John Jones? You're worried about kicking him while he's down? He's not down. He beat his significant other to a bloody mess. To where their kid had to go and record, their kid had to go and call the police on their own dad. You've seen the statement, but you didn't want to, you were thinking against playing this police audio until you saw it everywhere because you didn't want to kick John Jones while he was down. Are you kidding me, dude? Shill, UFC employee. If you didn't work for Power Slap and didn't work for the UFC, I bet you'd be shitting all over that as well, wouldn't you, mate? Classic. So I know I don't care that much, but we got a little serious here because I love to do a bit of hypocrisy pointing out here. This is pathetic to me.
But maybe you guys haven't heard it, and I haven't heard it either yet. So let's take a listen, I guess. And I take no satisfaction in hearing this either, because of course John's in the wrong.
Take no satisfaction in hearing this. What are you feeling bad about, dude? Revel in it. Be almost excited to say how terrible of a person John Jones is. John Jones is to have done this. I don't want to kick a man when he's down, and I don't want to really do this because Jones is on the wrong here, and yeah, of course, dude. What are you pussyfooting around for? Why are you tiptoeing around the subject? It took one question in your live chat about me to call me a disgraceful person, but Jones is a good guy who made some bad choices. This is the shit I don't like, man. 5 minutes 16 into the video as well. We're going to go for another moment here that might not even be needed in this video, but I want to play it anyway.
I mean, it's disgusting. It's fucking, of course it is. Domestic violence should not be. It's disgraceful, certainly from someone like John Jones. I don't need to say that. I'm not giving you any hot takes by sitting here and saying that.
So you're going to insult Jones?
Jones fucked up once again. And it's...
Did he fuck up, or is he a horrible person?
It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. He's a man with the world at his feet. He's clearly got some fucking demons. He needs some help. He needs professional help.
What's this nice guy approach? It took you nothing. It took you a couple of impressions to roast me into smithereens. Scared because Jones can beat you up. And you're going to see Jones at the UFC employee place. Is that what it is? You're going to run into Jones backstage. So let's tiptoe around it. Despicable. Action. This is despicable, the action. But Jones, bad guy who made some mistakes. He's got some demons and he needs some help. Maybe I have demons. I don't have demons. I just like talking shit. It's fun. But still, this is the shit that annoys me, dude. I won't be lectured on how to be a good person by people like this, who only care if you're a bad person, if you're a bad person to them. But if it's got nothing to do with them, then they don't care about it. And this is, at the end of the day, the out-of-touch Bisping has become the out-of-touch guy. Don't care if it don't happen to them. It's the gated community mindset that Bisping's going to have. Who cares if it don't happen to me? He's got demons, John Jones. You know what I mean? He's not a bad guy. He just made some bad choices. Like beating his significant other on multiple occasions. Taking PEDs. Drunk driving into a pregnant woman. He's not a bad dude. He's a good guy. He just made some bad choices. I don't give a fuck about what you think good or bad about me, dude. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Toodle Pip. Started as a fun little video. Ended with a slam. I don't give a fuck about these people. Thank you for the content, no. Appreciate the video. Like and subscribe, guys. Thank you for watching. We finally got mentioned by Bisping. Does it escalate? We'll find out. See you later. Goodbye.